Good evening, everybody. Welcome to DAYZ. Welcome to Generous on the Xbox One. Guys, somebody's left a car here. Ooh, wow. And here's the beginnings of my base. What's this car doing here? Is this car spawned here, do you think? No, it can't have spawned. Cars don't spawn here, do they? Isn't it? That's an unusual spawn for a car. Normally they spawn near roads. Okay. Good evening, Polar Bear 54. Now, could you do us a favour? If you're in the stream and you can hear me talking, can you just say yes? Because I just threw the stream together quickly. Right, where's the sea? Rise in the east. Okay, so the sun is about to come up. Just a really quick stream this evening. I've only got about half an hour before I've got to go. Oh, good, I'm glad you can hear me. But I've been playing Call of Duty all week. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new one that's just come out. And I felt the call to get back into Generous, into DAYZ, and do a little bit of wandering around. Something at a slightly different pace than Call of Duty, which is absolutely hectic. But I was thinking, a hatchet. That is a really good find. That hatchet. Let me go. Look how fast the sun comes up on our private server. Look at that. No messing around. 6 hours of daytime. 10 minutes of night time. Look at that sun. Wow, it's like a nuclear explosion. Okay, so before we go any further, then let's put this spare hatchet into our tea chest. Tea chest? It's a sea chest. And what I wanted to do is wander, just do a quick sojourn, a quick walk into Chernogorsk. Got to get used to the controls again, which is just down the road. Now let's just do a quick check. So our boots are. In fact, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Why am I running around with all this stuff? So ideally, I would like to find a tent or nails. I'm not sure if I want to build a base here. Right, let's get rid of this sharpening stone. I want to have as much capacity as I can. We got spare shoes. We got a knife. We got. In fact, I can get rid of this. Yeah, I don't need to be carrying that hatchet. So I've got a spare hatchet. Let's get rid of this wire. We've got a spare knife then, have we? We've got a spare knife. We don't need to take this flare or smoke grenade. We've got some rags. We could probably do some more rags. We don't need that. Okay, we've got we've got bandages though. We've got loads of shotgun shells. We've got a drink. We've got some food. Okay, so. What we'll do is we will run into Cherno, but we'll run along the beach picking up supplies. So my plan is to create some sort of like fresh spawn base here just to the west of Cherno, with the idea that when people spawn in on the private server, the Xbox private server, God, I love this game. I've been away from it too long. They can always go here and like pick up some. What was that? Yeah, pick up some stuff to get them surviving. To help them towards. Oh right, see. Oh, there's a dry bag. See, they're great there. Oh, right. We need to get back over here again. God, we found good loot already. So if they spawn near here, they can come up to my little base and take whatever they like, really. That's the idea. It's just to help the community in their battle for survival against the zombie apocalypse. I hope everybody's had a good week. Right, now will this fit inside here? Will it completely fit? It should fit. Alright, here we go. Go on. Not letting me put it in. Okay, let's see if we can get it in a barrel. Go on, go in the barrel. You should be able to fit in the barrel. Okay. There's some tape in the bag, but it won't let me get to the tape. Interesting. Okay. How about now? There we go. There we go. And we got some. Hello. I didn't know you could do that. Right, and then let's take that tape. Put the tape in there. And we can put some of this drink in here as well. So again, people have... So what have I got? I've forgotten what I've got on me. So I've got 2 cans of Coke, some food. Alright, yeah, I've got a water canteen. Alright, I've got water bottles, which I can fill up with water. Right, Coolio. Right, let's head off again. Oh, DAYZ, I've missed you. I've been wandering around the battlefields of Call of Duty, playing the campaign, playing the multiplayer, playing special ops, having a whale of a time. If you're into Call of Duty, maybe you enjoy sometimes the slower gameplay Call of Duties. Some would call it camping. I would say thoughtful Call of Duties. What's that? Flashlight. Don't need flashlights here. Then it's amazing. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love the fact that the footsteps are loud, so you can hear people coming. Because one of the things that annoys me in Call of Duty is that when you're minding your own business, you're wandering around the map, you're checking your corners, and you're wandering around nice and slowly, like you kind of would in real life, I guess. And then some person comes sprinting around the corner, jumps around the corner, and headshots you, before you can react. And I always thought, well, that's a bit arse, that. And you can't really do that in this Call of Duty, because you can hear them coming. You can get ready, and you can blast them, and I really enjoy that. You can run and gun, but you need to be a bit more careful about it. You've got to have a shotgun, and you've got to throw stuns first, and do all that stuff you would do. There's talk of them changing it, because so many YouTubers and streamers are whinging about it, because they can't do the sort of gameplay they're used to making, which is fast-paced, run around, kill everybody, get a nuke sort of gameplay. They can't do that. So they say they're gonna put in some changes. Hopefully, it will just revolve around the minimap lighting up again. Okay, so we're probably thinking about it. I'm thinking, where's the best place to find a tent or something like that? Definitely not underneath these little fishing boats, tell you. I mean, it's probably into these like industrial buildings we can see up ahead, isn't it? Good evening, Claire. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you along. I've still got a bit of a cough and a cold, as you can hear, but I thought it's time to come away from Call of Duty and get back to the amazing DAYZ. The absolutely amazing DAYZ. The other thing I'm on the lookout for is nails. Could always do lots of nails. And I do have a soft spot for barrels. So if we find a barrel... In fact, did I find a barrel last time I was here? Okay. Did I find a barrel and did I leave it on the train tracks? That is I'm kind of remembering that. But I probably want to go to the slightly more industrial part of Cherno, which is over here. You'll be pleased to know we now have 3 people on the Xbox private server. There's me, Pellerin, and one other chap who I can't remember his name, but seems very nice. So if you've got DayZ on Xbox and you fancy a chilled version of the game, where all you've really got to worry about, well, at this stage anyway, are zombies, then $2 a month if you're over 18. Come and join the Patreon, and you can come and have a go. Does seem to be a bit laggy tonight though. It's a UK-based server, and we do have plenty of rules, as you'd expect. But the most important rule we have is no base raiding, stealing, vandalising of bases anywhere on the entire map. It's just something you're not allowed to do, because it takes so long to make bases. And then we have a hostile zone and a safe zone. The safe zone is along the south coast, and the hostile zone is the rest of the map. But as there's only 3 of us, and we've kind of agreed not to shoot each other, there isn't really much hostilities. But obviously there's still zombies to look out for. Ooh, we need to have something to drink, so let's take a drink out of our canteen. I'm looking very militia-like, aren't I? So we should really have something to eat, so let's have some crunchy crisp cereals. Lovely. Yes, very nice. Very, very nice. A little bit dry. Could do with some milk. But hey, it's nice. It's nice for that. Claire says, I'm feeling good because you're feeling better. Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. So we will need to find a water pump to fill up my water bottles, because I'm a little bit reticent about, I don't want to be using my cans of Spite and cola. So let's jump into the iSurvive map. Right, where's the nearest water pump in Cherno? Let's have a quick look. Okay, it's behind the church. Right, isn't it? So there's the police station. Fire station, sorry. I've got a compass, haven't I? Where do we go first? Let's check out some of this industrial area over here first, and then ideally the best thing I could really find would be a large tent. I'd love to find a large tent, because that would make my life so much easier, because I can make my base would then really just be a large tent. No messing around. Large tent, couple of barrels, sea chest. What more could you want? Then I proceed to kind of fill it up with goodies. Oop. Well done. Oop. Right, remember, there are zombies in this game, Rob. They will kill you. Right, here we go. Little lockups. Who knows what we might find? Who knows what exciting things we could find? I seem to be very, very unlucky at finding nails. Can't find nails to save my life. All these wire mesh barriers. And some gloves. Some rope. Never can have too much rope. Satchel in there. So we've got a big update coming. Well, we've got a few big updates coming. There's one that introduces some stuff that I can't read, that somebody mentioned in a couple of weeks. One thing that I would really like to see is just to give me a slight increase to the FPS. Because it does run, when you get into these sorts of areas, it's chunking along below 30 frames a second. It does make you feel a bit odd. You probably get it when you're watching the stream. It's like it gives you a little bit of kind of motion sickness, almost. So no good to me. I need some other stuff. I need some better stuff. We need a tent. I probably won't find a tent in these places, but you never know. You've got to look everywhere, haven't you? Definitely would find some nails. Lots of motorbike helmets. They're very fond of motorbike helmets in Chernobyl before the zombie apocalypse. I tell you what game that I did see today that's in the sale that I considered, because it kind of looks a little bit like DAYZ, is there's a game called Generation Zero, and it's set in Norway in the 1980s, and basically you're like a teenager, well, probably a little bit older, a young adult, and you come back from this island holiday, I guess, with some mates, and all the adults have gone. It's like everybody's disappeared, and there's, you know, crashed cars and stuff like that all around. What's that? But what there's these robots wandering around, and you've got to kind of solve the mystery. But it's very much looks like DayZ. You know, it's a massive open world where you've got to wander around, find weapons, find upgrades, that sort of stuff. I don't know if it's got a survival mechanic where you've got to eat or not. But the way they describe it is, you know, a massive open world. It's completely empty apart from you and robots. I thought and other players. But saying that, it's not like DayZ where it's a massive multi-garden lime. Do we want? No, I haven't got any seeds. Where, you know, you could run into nasty players. I think it's all done. It's you on your computer or on your console. But I thought the way they described it, some motor oil. We will take that. Because that could come in handy if we do decide to get a car going. There's a fire station up here, isn't there? So plenty of these mesh guard things. Sometimes the big tents are in the... Ooh, what's that? Never going to turn down any shotgun shells. Don't know why I'm still breathing. Yeah, see those high rises up there? I don't think I'd be bothered to get all the way up there though. There's not many zombies around, are there? My little base isn't going to be a place for ammunition and weapons and things like that, beyond melee weapons. I mean, I'll put together some melee weapons, I think. You can bury them. Oh, right, plastic bottle. Now, the thing you've got to do with a plastic bottle is empty it. As soon as you get it, if it's got any water in, empty it. because the water is probably contaminated and you don't want to risk it. So if in doubt, empty it out. Right, where are we? It's a good question. Right. Oh, sorry, I haven't been keeping an eye on the chat. I do apologise. Moxie, good evening, Moxie. Apologies, I'm streaming this from my Xbox, which means that if I'm not on the chat screen, I don't have any notifications pop up telling me that you kind people have joined the chat. So good evening. Just back on a little bit of DAYZ after playing Call of Duty all week. Forgot how much this such an amazing game. I'm on the lookout for a big tent. That's what I want. Big, nice tent. See what we can. I'll climb over it. I think my character was a little bit puffed out there. Couldn't quite climb over. Machete. Rather fetching balaclava on the floor. Did you see that? Some of the models in this game need a little bit of working on, I think. Okay. Very like Pripyat. There's loads of these things around. Is it worth looking in one of those for a big tent, do you think? There's so many doors, though, to open up and go round, and it drives you nuts. And then there's nothing in these buildings normally. Nothing. Makes you wonder why the developers put them in. I think there'd at least be food or something like that, wouldn't you? But you can search an entire tower block and find nothing. I suppose they're good places to have little bases, aren't they? Because people wouldn't think that anybody would bother. So say if you got like a small tent and put it in one of these rooms, you're playing the numbers game that nobody would come up here and have a look. Nice parquet floor in there. Ooh, okay. Bugger all. might as well go up here. While we're up here, might as well have a look. While we're up here, let's take in the view, eh? Very nice. Can't wait to when we get the new consoles next year. I'm going to get DAYZ running faster. I'm not going to bother looking for this. Let's just go down. There we go. Down we go. Right, now I feel completely dizzy. To go up there. Okay, so that was a bit of a waste of time. But, hey, you could argue, our video games are a waste of time. Yes, they are. They're a terrible waste of time. But we love them anyway. Because they give us these wonderful adventures. We meet these wonderful people. Such as you find people who are watching the stream right now. We can just wander around this beautiful morning. Ungenerous, taking in the sights and the sounds. Looking for a tent. But there is not going to be any tents here, not in these little houses. I might find some food, maybe the odd shotgun shells and things like that, but they're not going to be packed full of goodies, are they? No, not at all. I think I'm better off heading down to the coast. I'll go to the little industrial bit down there. Oh, hello, we've got some more lockups here. Let's check these out. Excuse me. Oh, hello, zombie. Yes. All right then. Ooh. That's more like it. No, okay. Okay, all right, okay. What have we got? Oh, Moxie, you fine fellow, you. That's above and beyond, my friend. Thank you very, very much. Very, 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 very kind of you, sir. I hope you've had a good week. Apologies for being away from DAYZ for so long, but a lock. We'll have that. The new Call of Duty is particularly fine this year. They've done a good job. Don't you think these are rather odd buildings? These. I always think it's a bit strange to have wallpaper on the doors, don't you? Very strange. I remember when I first played DAYZ, and I hated these. See these doors here with the bars on? I was like, bloody hell! It's a zombie apocalypse. I'll be able to break through that. Obviously, it's just a technique for reducing the loads on the server, isn't it? But yes, thank you, Moxie. You're very, 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 very kind. Far too kind indeed. But I do appreciate it very, very much. Let me tell you, I do. Right. Oh, some wire. So we've got lots of good stuff here. But not necessarily the stuff I want. I mean, if I had a box, if I had like 70 nails, that would be cool. And then I could start following some of Moxie's. Oh, I didn't really say it, but you know, you sent me those tutorials on how to build stuff. You should definitely. You do have those public, don't you, on your YouTube channel? because you should do, because they are excellent. They're really good, and they teach people so much, and people are hungry to learn. I mean, that's one of the things I've learnt about sort of YouTube is the best performing videos are often the ones where you're teaching people stuff, because people love that. Ah, the church. Should we take a wander through this graveyard? Being just past Halloween. Milos the Beast King is in the chat. Says, sup. Good afternoon. Good evening, sir. I suppose it depends where you are. Thank you for joining. Just a short... I crashed the car and restored back up. I had a wooden crate in a VSS inside and it duped. Oh, right, okay. Well, you didn't mean to dupe it. In fact, I have got to stop video. I've just realised... Oh, what did I just pick up? Oh, awesome. I do have to go in approximately 5 minutes, people. So, yeah, apologies for that. But it's only going to be a short stream tonight, but I've got to go and pick up my son from the gym. And he'll start phoning me in a minute saying, where are you? He does drive and everything, he just hasn't got a car at the moment. So it's up down to yours truly to pick up the slack. But, you know, once a parent, always a parent. Right, here we go. Right, so we've got the more industrial parts of Chernogorsk just ahead of us here in the docks area. Now, I think I left a barrel. Did I leave a barrel on this train tracks? Yeah, I think I could have sworn I'd left a barrel. Maybe I didn't. It was a while ago. What do you reckon? You reckon we'll find a tent in this area? Let's go and have a look. No, they're only tutorials for you. I'm not ready to go public YouTube, but you can put them on Discord if you want. Alright, lovely. That sounds like an excellent plan. No, because they're really good, mate. You put so much time into them, you might as well reap the rewards. So the way it works on YouTube is it's... Oh, right. Here we go. Bear with me a sec. Hello? Alright then. I'm alright. Love you, bye. See you, bye. Love you, bye. Right, peeps. You probably heard that. But I've got to go. So... let me find some. Ooh. So what I'm planning to do is next week, resuming my regular DAYZ streaming schedule. I say regular, my irregular streaming schedule, which is basically means in the evenings, any time from 8:30 till 10 o'clock, I may well start a stream, and that stream may be anything from half an hour to an hour and a half, depending on what other stuff I've got on. But yes, I will be doing that. What have we got here? Hiking backpack, excellent. So yeah, because I love DayZ and I've got so much to do in DayZ on the Xbox server, going back to the PlayStation server, and even on the public servers I haven't done. So you know the list is long. A quick question from Milos the Beast King: how do you stream on to YouTube? How do you stream to YouTube? Okay, so if you have a PlayStation 4, you can stream directly from your PlayStation to YouTube. If you're on an Xbox like I am here, you can only stream directly to Twitch, and that's often a nice, easy alternative to YouTube. If you want an easy way of doing it, just download the Twitch app and stream straight from your Xbox to Twitch, and then you can export it from Twitch to YouTube, so you can populate your YouTube channel with your Twitch streams. In fact, let me just quit out. The way that I do it is I have a little capture card called an LGP Lite. They still do a version of it. And what that is a USB box basically that my Xbox HDMI lead plugs into, and then plugs into the telly, and then a lead goes off to my laptop, and that takes the video feed from my Xbox, and it goes into a piece of software, Ava Media's ReCentral, and then that sends that to YouTube as a stream. It means that I have to have a separate mic, which is what you're listening to on me at the moment, a USB mic. I mean, it's a little bit more complicated. It takes a little bit more setting up. So yeah, but that's the way to do it. I would say if you've got an Xbox, just stream straight to it, and you don't want to go for the hassle of buying extra kit, stream straight to Twitch, then export it back, because Twitch is it's the valid streaming platform, isn't it? Anyway, though, peeps, I have to go. Thank you very much for coming along for tonight's short stream. It's been a pleasure. It's so excuse me. It's so good to be back in Chernerus, and looking forward to gathering goodies and building our community. And thanks again to Moxie Don for the donation. Very much appreciate it. And I'll see you all again very, very, very soon. Good night, all.